Welcome back to Julie's Wreath Boutique. What can you make with some pool noodles from Dollar Tree and a pizza pan? Well, let me show you and let's make something beautiful together. Okay, you're going to take a pizza pan and it is sitting on a piece of parchment paper because we're going to paint it. Yes, we are. We're going to get some chalk paint. I prefer chalk paint over the acrylic paint, but as you can see, that little sticky stuff on the back of their things, kind of gets in the way. So here's me, shaking up that paint, and we're going to paint it. And I find that the chalk paint does a better one layer coverage than acrylic paint. That's just a me thing. That's what I love. But we're going to be decoupaging a napkin onto this pizza pan. And so I need to paint it because I tried doing this without painting it. But what happens is even if your napkin looks like it has a white background, it really doesn't, guys. It's pretty translucent. And so you're going to see that pizza pan. So we're going to paint it up, all right? So again, you can get these at Dollar Tree. They're just really handy to have on hand. Then we're going to get one of the round wooden rings. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know if Dollar Tree still has these, but the last time I was at my Dollar Tree, they had them, but if you were to go online, I don't know that you can get them online. Maybe I'm looking for the wrong thing. I'm not sure. But we're going to paint one of these as well because we're going to glue this onto our pan. Now, once all that paint dries, see, it doesn't even need a great coverage, right? But we're going to paint on here some Mod Podge. And this is just regular old Mod Podge that we're going to paint on. Make sure to get it onto all of the surface. I don't know about you, but when I'm painting something that is white with like a clear coat, like Mod Podge, or when I'm using what is it called that we put on for the metallic foils that we do, I have a hard time seeing where I miss. So just kind of go over it once or twice, all right? And so while it's still wet, I want you to grab your favorite napkin. Now, I thought these were really pretty. Now, when we're done with this, I'm going to show you what I don't like about this napkin. But you're going to take all the different plies away from the napkin. You only want the main ply of the napkin that has the print on it because we want this all to stay on our surface. So there's generally there's 3 plies, and this napkin was not big enough to go over the whole pizza pan, and there was a little bit of a texture, so I needed to cut that off, but I still like it. And if you look really close, you can see like where the printer just printed one stripe of flowers. And so, but that's okay. I still like this. I think it's pretty. You're going to be very, very gentle. You're going to take care that you don't tear anything and just be very, very gentle. Now I'm going to have to add a second piece of my napkin, but if you want to know where I get my napkins, mostly like TJ Maxx, Home Goods, Marshalls, anywhere where they sell these like dinner napkins that have a pretty print, that's what I'm doing. So I'm going to add the other side here. I try to match it up as best I could, but you can still see where they printed that napkin and there's like just like one basic line. So, but I still like this. I love the feel of it. I love the colors. I love the feel. And then once that dries a little bit for you, I want you to just cut off the edges, and then you can even do one of two things. Now, I've showed you with other projects where you can take a sanding block and just go over the edges. But actually, I'm going to be taking a little bit more Mod Podge, and we're going to be going over top of our project here. Now, this is just like a different way to craft, right? But one of the neat things is you can make this a little memo board. Get some little magnets, and you could put little signs on here to remind you to pick up the groceries or pick up your kid from school, whatever it is that you need to be doing. But I just wanted to share this with you because I know we've done the pizza pans with, we've done it with Dollar Tree's wallpaper. And you know what? I'll leave that here down in the description box below if you want to watch that tutorial. But once we get that all done, we are going to add a little bit more Mod Podge on the back of it. And this is where we're going to kind of seal our edges because I want it to kind of fold over, and this is what you're going to do. You're just going to use that Mod Podge and it's going to seal it for you. And you're going to let that dry because we're going to get ready for the next step here. And again, it's just really kind of fun to work in a different craft medium. You know, I make wreaths all the time, but this is really fun. All right, so we're going to get out this kind of Gorilla super glue, and I'm going to take the back of that wooden form, and we're going to add a little bit of glue. We're going to do both. We're going to do this glue, and I think I used some hot glue. Let's see. You know, I made this a few weeks ago, and I can't remember what I did. But I thought that this was a great idea, but you know, this may not be your cup of tea, and you can tell me that in the comments. That's okay. But I don't think I used that glue gun. It's just sitting there useless. But I did like that Gorilla like super glue. It's like a gel glue, and it's set up pretty good. So this is where I go into my florals, and we're just going to get some leftover florals that I had on hand. And I'm going to take my little handy staple gun here that I got from Amazon that you guys, literally this was like one of my best sellers from my Amazon storefront. So if you want this, you might want to go get it. It's so much fun to use because it's all electric and it's just so easy. I don't know if you guys watched me making over my guest room, but I literally used that staple gun to reupholster the bed upstairs. So I'm just grabbing two things, these leaves and some like peony flowers that I just had on hand. Again, this is one of those projects that I want you to use, maybe something that you have already and that sort of thing. But this was just really fun and easy to do. I do know that this greenery came from Hobby Lobby. I don't know if they still sell it or not, but I really like the flatness of it. Is that a good way to put it? But this was just a lot of fun to make. And again, you know, this would be a fun project to do with your girlfriends, but I'm going to cut a little bit. We're going to leave a little bit of that stem, and I'm going to take my staple gun here, and we're going to just staple it onto that wooden frame. And that's really why we use the wooden frame. Now, you could do one of two things. I think the wooden frame looks beautiful the way it is, but you are going to see here in a minute, I added my flat rounded beads to it, but goodness, I think that white little trim, I probably should have just left it. I would love to know your comments down below. Let me know, should I have added the little beads or not? I'm kind of feeling like I overdid it with the beads, but again, that's okay. I like to go into Dollar Tree and just see what can we make something that we're not necessarily thinking of it as a craft project, like a pizza pan, right? So it was a lot of fun. I added a little bit more glue underneath these flowers, and this is where I got the beads out. Again, I think I should have left it without the beads. What do you guys think? Or at least I should have maybe painted the beads. I'm not sure. I feel like this decor, the bead thing, is kind of going out of style. What do you guys think? I would love to know. So, but I think this was fun to make. It was fun to make because it was something different for me. And sometimes I kind of get tired of making wreaths and I just like to do something different. So again, take your twine, make a little loop, make a little knot, and we're just going to glue it onto the back of our pizza frame. Pizza frame. It's not even a frame, a pizza pan. Oh my goodness. And then we're going to make a bow, guys. You know Julie's got to do a bow. It's just not sufficiently done without a bow. So we're just going to make a really simple loop. You're going to make a loop, and you're going to make another loop about the same size, come back to the middle, and that's it. We're going to leave this so simple, and we're not going to make it hard at all. Then I took a piece of, I think it was a wire, but I also am going to grab some of that twine, and we're going to go around the middle of this bow. And then I cut the wire off because, you know, honestly, we can just glue this onto the pan, right? It's not like we can poke a hole through the metal. So anyways, take a little bit of twine, wrap it around the center, and tie that off, and you've got a beautiful little bow. This ribbon did come from Hobby Lobby, and I want to say that this ribbon may have been back where the fabric is, if it's not in the section where they keep all the ribbon. Take a little bit of glue, and then you're just going to glue it on your little pan, and I think it's super cute. Maybe the flowers are too big. Tell me in the comments. Were my flowers too big? I don't know. I don't love this project, I'll be honest with you, but I love the concept. So I want you to make one, do it better than me, okay? All right, so we're going to talk about our next project of stuff you can get from Dollar Tree. And here's the thing, you're going to get a Dollar Tree pool noodle. Did you know that Dollar Tree is coming out with like pool noodles for each season? Like they had some for Christmas, they had some for Valentine's, all that. Now, this is the story behind this one. So I made this project last June of 2024, but I ran out of flowers. Yes, I ran out of flowers. So now you're finally getting to see it because Michael's brought back the daisies. So we're finishing it up. But what I think is really handy, if you're ever wanting to do a wreath where you're just wanting to put flowers and you don't want to buy a grapevine wreath, this is the perfect way to do that. And so I used a Dollar Tree wreath form. And then as you're seeing me do this, I'm just literally zip tying the pool noodle around the inside, the back side of that Dollar Tree wreath frame, and it sits in there just perfectly. Now, I would do this. I think you're going to see me use this for other projects, and I just felt like this really turned out nicely. I was able to get my glue pot out, and I'm going to show you here in a moment. But you're going to notice that the background's going to change here soon. And it's because I didn't have enough flowers to finish this project, so I just kind of put it to the side and didn't want to get rid of it because I'm thinking maybe I can get some more flowers. So thankfully I was able to do that. You can see I just trimmed down the wreath. It's not perfect on the back, but it doesn't have to be. Nobody's going to see this part. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to trim all those little zip ties up. And then we're going to get our daisy flowers. That's what we're using for this project. And I got these at Michael's. I really thought that one bush of each would be enough, but you know what? It wasn't. So I ended up getting a couple more bushes of these just the other day, because the one thing that's good about Michael's and Hobby Lobby is they do tend to bring back some of the same florals, and that's really helpful when you're making things, right? So I cut them with a little bit of about an inch of a stem on all of these. I turned on my glue pot here. You can see me turning it down because it does get smoky. And here's the beauty of it. We're literally just going to dip our daisies into the glue pot or use your glue gun. It's really up to you. And you're just going to start adding it. It goes into the pool noodle so nicely. So it's really a great little hack that can save you a little bit of money. For $2.50. You have a great wreath form if you're wanting to cover it all. You could even cover this all with ribbon and do just a few flowers, but we'll do some more of these here in the future. Let me know in the comments if you want to see more of this type of frame, but I just thought it was a lot of fun and just sings sunshine to me. What doesn't sing sunshine when it comes to daisies and sunflowers? Sunflowers sing sunshine to me too. So again, if you want to get one of these glue pots, I have everything in my Amazon storefront and my Walmart storefront, and you can grab it there. But here's the quick view. Yeah, this was a super simple wreath to make, and I'm going to show you after I add these extra flowers. See how the background changes? So about 7 months later, I was able to finish this wreath, but I was really happy with it. So let me show you one thing. You can leave it with just these daisies, and I think this is just adorable, okay? But I wanted to show you how to add a little bit of greenery. I got this greenery bush from Hobby Lobby. I'm going to push up all the greenery stems, and I'm going to cut some. I want to know, which one did you like better, with the greenery or without the greenery? So I know I have lots of questions for you guys this week, and you're just going to clip any type of greenery that you might have on hand. Maybe you got some at Dollar Tree that you really love. I would love to know what your favorite craft supplies that you get from Dollar Tree. So I just went through and added this just kind of sparingly through my wreath. I think it turned out super cute and I love it. Now, here's the thing. If you watch this whole video, would you do me a favor and leave me a daisy or any type of flower emoji down in the comments? If you don't have access to an emoji, just say daisy and let me know what you loved about this video. Let me know what you didn't love. You know, I'll be honest, the first craft, although I love the concept of it, I really don't care for how it turned out. I feel like maybe the flowers were too big, but that's okay. I can take the criticism. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was a lot of fun to make. So do me a favor, make sure to subscribe if you're not already subscribed to Julie's Wreath Boutique, and make sure to come every Sunday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and leave me that daisy in the comments. Bye-bye.